And we will solve this today's LeetCode problem. The question is sort the numbers. The question is LeetCode medium. So we will see what the question is asking. So we have given a zero index integer array mapping, which represents the mapping rule of a shuffled decimal system. Mapping I, which is equals to j, means I digits should be mapped to digit j in the system, right? So the numbers its digits is from 0 to 9. It means all 0 to 9 values is mapping to some different digits, or the same digit can be possible. So we have also given another integer array nums. Return the array nums sorted in non-decreasing order based on the mapped values of its elements. So basically we have given two three things, right? That we have given a mapping which is mapping every digits from 0 to 9 to some other digits, or the same digit can be possible, and a nums array where there is given some elements, right? And we have to map these elements map these elements to map these elements digits to this mapping, which is given in this, and then after we need to sort it according to increasing order. But we don't need to change these elements, we just need to uh, reorder this according to the mapping digits, right? So if you see, elements with the same mapped value should appear in the same relative order, and the elements of numbers should only be sorted because based on their mapped values, not be replaced by them, right? So they need to only sort by their mapped values, not to replace by them. So if we see the first example, this mapping and the nums. So if you see this 991 is mapped to this 9 is 6, and 9 is 6, and 1 is 9, right? So this is mapped to 6 is 9. Same for 338. So this 338 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 0. Again 0, and 8 is 7, right? Again for 38, this is 0, and this is 7, right? So basically this number is a mapped value, and we need to sort this nums according to this 669 and 007 and 07, right? So basically this is 669, this is 7, and this is 7, right? This is 7. So we need to reorder these nums according to this, right? So, and we need to do in increasing order, right? Because it is given non-decreasing, which means increasing order. So we need to see that 7 is the smallest, but there are two 7. So we have given that elements with the same mapped value should appear in the same relative order as in the input, right? So it means that this two elements has the same mapped value. It means they need to order according to the previous relative order, which is 338 is coming from first. So 338, then 38, and then 991, right? This would be the order of the nums value, and we need to return this, right? We need to return this. And if you see, we have the answer 38, 38, and 991, right? So basically how we will do that, so we will just use the sorting concept, right? Pair sorting concept, which we are doing from the last two questions, from the last two POTD, right? On lead code itself, right? So this is the same concept, and I think you have just solved it, but just the implementation part, that what is asking, that just do it, right? This is just the question is asking, and do as the question is asking, right? Just do as question is asking. So what is question asking? That we need to map the value, so we will map it, right? So how will you map it? So there are two methods. There are two methods. There are two ways that you can map it, right? There are two ways you can map it. First is to convert the numbers to string, right? This 9 and 1, let's convert to string, right? This element of an array to string, and then just mapped all the digits to mapped values, right? Mapped digits, right? Because ultimately we need to map now. Then what we'll do, we will check each and every digit after converting to string and mapped to digits, and then what we will do, we will just we will just store in pair, but paired with what? This numbers or what? So see, we need to also know that we need to, if the numbers are same, we need to maintain this relative order, right? If we want to maintain this relative order, we just need to we need to store the index also, because when you short, how will you know that this 38 will come first or 338 will come first? That would depends on the index of the nums which was in previous, right? So what we will store, we will store the pair which is the value which is the new this new value, and the index of the previous one which is nums, right? This will be stored, right? And what we will do, we will just sort it, we will just sort it, right? So what will the benefit of sorting? So this will benefit of sorting to new values 669, 7 and 7. This will sort on according to this basis, and this, and if the mapped value is same 7 and 7, then we will this sorting will done according to the index basis which was stored in previous. So that maintains relative order, right? That will maintain relative order, right? So sorting would help to to uh, to make the order of elements according to mapped numbers, and if the mapped value is same, mapped value is the same, then it will sort according to index values, right? Index value. That's what the sorting would help, right? So basically this is very simple, right? The string method, right? Just into, and second method is just the second part is this sort is for common for both, right? The second is to just second is to divide it this number by part by part, right? First we will got 9, then we will got 10, then we will got 1, and you will assign this, right? Second is divide the number, divide the number by 10, and assign the number, assign the that digit, assign that, and extract remainder, and assign that remainder which will be the digit, right? Which will be the digit to new value after mapping. That what we'll do, right? So let's start. And so in this, I will just change this array elements to string. This is for you, just that you can do it by this your own, right? That how will you map this, and change this to new value of part by part, digits to digits, right? So this will please do this, because this will help you to clean your implementation, right? This will help to correct, this will help to please implement it by your own, right? This will help to this will help to enhance your implementation skills, right? This is not tough, this is just that you need to think somehow, right? Let's do on the basis of strings, right? So what we will do, we will just start from mapping. Oh sorry, nums. This is nums of size, right? And this mapping is for short from 0 to 9. It means whenever I get a digit, I will just change this mapping that digits to some value, because it is, I'm sure that the 0 to 9 will be sufficient, right? So what we will do, we will just start iterating from 0 to 1. And also I need to store in pair, so we will take a pair, and then we take. Now the first value will be num size, right? And this needs to be changed to a string. So we will just change, don't no need to take this, right? Just change to string, right? Num side, and we will store in s. So for each and every s, see, either you can write like int I is equals to 0, or just you can write auto and c s, like. So what this do, by this, if you don't do by reference, so if you do like this, c is equals to mapped value of s minus 0 plus 0. So this will create another object, right? This will create another copy of character. But if you pass it by reference, so what this will do, this will just assign this c to the original character of s, right? That's why I have passed it by reference, not passed it by value, right? So this is by reference. So what I have done, I have just done that, okay, this would be c. So what I have done, that I have typecast this character to integer. Then I have take the mapped value which is in mapping. Okay, this is mapping, not map mapping. And then what I have done, I have changed again it's to character, because ultimately this c is a character, right? So I have changed to digits, then take the value, then convert to character, and store it in c, which changes to already c because I have passed it by reference, right? So that's why I have passed it by reference. If I do this like this, and so this will be another copy of that, right? This will be another copy of character, so that will not gonna change, right? That will not gonna change. So this will be and c, right? That's why I have done this. Now again this c is updated, it means s is updated to new value of nums, right? Now what we need to do, we need to just convert this s to integer again, right? So what we will do, this will be new value, and this will be s to I, and this is s. So this will convert this string to integer. This is converting from uh, integer to string, right? And now we will just store in our pair this new value and also this index, because we need both according to this. And now this is just enough. Now what we will do, we will just sort it from starting to end. So we just need to do this. We don't need the lambda function or comparator function, because when we do sort in like this will first sort it according to new values, and if both of the values same, it will sort it according to this index, right? So we don't need to write anything else other than this lambda and all things, right? This will store according to that, right? Now what we'll need to do, we need to just change this to this num size. I will use this give input array. I will not take an extra array. So it is upon you. Either you can take, okay, yeah, I need to take an extra array because I can't use this nums. Why I can't use this nums? Because if I use if I use the nums same input nums array, then how will I know the no that which value know that uh, know that at which index which number is present, right? Because if I change this nums I to some other values, so it is possible that after some times that I need that index that I have changed before, right? So it means I can't change this nums array as an input, so I need to take an extra answer array and just assign all the numbers according to the index in nums, right? So what I will do, I will just assign this number. So the first is value and second is index. I need index, right? I don't need new values. So what I will check, I will just do that index vi dot second and check that at this nums index which value is present and assign to answer I, and just return answer. That's enough, right? This is how we do the problem. So the second approach, what we do would be, you need to just change this. You need to just change this, right? That how will you change this to new value according to the mathematical, not converting, you not using a string, right? This is just implement by your own, and let me know that let me know that how many of you done it by your own, right? Without saying anything. Done it by your own, right? Right? Let me know, right? So yeah, this is how we solve this problem. Let's try to run this. Let's submit it. Yeah, we have passed all the test cases. So what the time and the space complexity? So the time complexity would be O of n log n for sure, because we are shorting it, right? O of n for iterating, again O of n for iterating. So overall O of n log n. And the space complexity, that would be, we have taken a vector pair to store this. Also we have taken an extra answer to return that, right? So basically O of n and O of n. So ultimately O of n. So this is the time and the space complexity, right, for this problem. Hope it helps and you have solved this by your own. Thank you so much. Bye bye.